Hello, 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 hello. Hi there. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, or wherever you are watching me from, or wherever you will be joining me to watch from. My name is Anastasia McDonald, and I'm the host of the Real Daddy God Show. Oh, how I love to say that. So welcome, 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 welcome. Come on over. Where are you? Come on over. We are live here on the Real Daddy God Show, where we are learning to be fathered by God through everyday living. We are on this journey. We are on an adventure, learning what it is to be fathered by God through His Son Jesus Christ. You see, I'm excited, so my tongue is twisted. We are learning what it is to know Him as Daddy God by acquiring precise, exact, and comprehensive knowledge about Daddy God. And He loves for us to be His kids. So if you're not in the family of God, what are you waiting for? Hi, Afolabi. Nice to see you this afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Real Daddy God Show. So today we're going to be delving in the topic how to permit yourself to start to dream again. And I do beg your pardon if I'm not coming on bright enough, because the skylight is raining on us, so that does affect the lighting today, but hopefully we'll get this sorted. Yeah. Hi Linda, nice to see you. It's the Real Daddy God Show. So like I said, please invite somebody, please tag somebody, because I'm telling you, I know what it is to have somebody to share or tag concerning some information or knowledge or a broadcast, and to listen to it and have your life changed. It's happened to me, and it continues to happen to you. So please share, please tag. Hello Queen Elizabeth, how are you? The one and only Queen. So yeah, so please share. Like I said, I know what it is for key information to come to you to make the world of difference to your life. So the broadcast is not going to last long. It's going to be between either 20 to 30 or 45 minutes. I've chosen to cut it down so that, we can get right to the point. And because we're all busy and our attention span has reduced considerably. So yeah. So last week I started this new series, how to permit yourself to start to dream again. How to permit yourself to start to dream again. And I was thinking about, in what way can, the Real Daddy God Show begin to make a difference? It's a new year. What can one do differently? What can help people out there? And actually, I was inspired by, my new wallpaper, which says "Dream Big," and I thought, yeah, even as parents, if you're a parent or or you're a guardian of some sort, you always want the best. At least somebody with the right hand on you want to do the best or offer the best, or think the best, or have good dreams for your children. Now how much more this Daddy God? So anyway, so look, the truth is, some of us, or all of us, we get stuck. That is true, because we're human. Sometimes life happens, life can happen to us, and it does have a way of messing up our dreams. And sometimes it's to do with our own choices. We make poor choices, bad choices, very, very, very bad choices that can affect, the way that we were heading towards, or the dreams that we've had for a long, long time. So that is real, and that is human. And I've been there. I've got a t-shirt, and sometimes I still tend to make some bad choices which do affect some certain parts of my life. So let's put that in the clear open. So there's nobody who is perfect out there. However, the idea this afternoon is for us not just to stay there, not to be stuck, not to be frustrated, not to be hard on ourselves, but to be able to get up again, to start dreaming again. I don't know where you are. I don't know what your dreams are. I don't know how many dreams. I mean, this Daddy God, He's a giver of dreams. he lavishes us with dreams. There's always dreams coming down from him. You know, he's always inspiring us. You know, for those of you who are Christians and have a relationship with Daddy God, he tells us that every good and perfect gift is coming down from the Father of our, you know. So there are always ideas and inspirations that are coming down, and he wants every one of us to do something special, so unique. So last week I hopefully shared some compelling reasons why. Hello, Queen Chichi. So last week I hopefully shared some compelling reasons why we need to be able to start to dream again. And I shared with you with the fact that I said that Daddy God is the biggest dreamer. He's the biggest dreamer and he's the biggest giver of dreams. And I shared with you that, you know, that let me go through there, that, you know, you are important, you are unique, you are special, you are different, you are amazing, you're one of a kind. You bring a dimension, a flavor, a spice, an edge to the world. Your contribution to the world is so critical that when we don't have your dreams, then it means that the world is going to miss out on something very substantial. And I cited examples like Mark Zuckerberg. All of us, you know, are recipients of his, you know, of his dreams. We have Facebook. It's a worldwide social phenomenon. You know, we've got Steve Jobs, we've got Bill Gates, we've got what's the Amazon guy, you know, Amazon guy, and much more. You know, all these innovators and all these people who have brought their dreams to pass. Well, let me not speak about those who brought medical what do you call it, innovations and science and business and education. All these people who brought about giving birth to the ideas that today we are benefactors. We are enjoying them today. So hence, you know, the idea this afternoon is to get all of us to understand that, you know, dreaming is not about, I'm not talking about, you know, dreaming like a dream of getting a car or buying a new dress or you know, those sometimes selfish things. But I'm talking about dreams that are bigger than yourself, dreams that make a difference to the world. Your contribution to the world is so needed, and you know what, you cannot afford not to. You cannot take your dreams to the graves. And like I said last week, you know, what's the guy's name again? Oh, I've forgotten his name. If you can put it there, the guy that said that many people take their dreams to the grave, or actually the grave is the most richest place on this planet, because lots and lots of people have taken their poems, their books, their innovations, you name it, every kind of what you call it is there in the grave, because somebody didn't bring their dreams about. Now, I'm not talking about those who have different situations, I'm talking about those of us that we can. Hello, Ayodeji, thank you for joining me live this afternoon. So we need to, you are so important. There is nobody like you, and there will never ever be anybody like you with what you have, what is in your mind. And you know, I learned from this cognitive neuroscientist, Dr. Caroline Leaf, that, you know, every one of us, hi Ngozi, everyone, hi Queen Stella, every one of us has a way that we think, feel and choose. Is so unique and distinct to every one of us. So we all have a specific, a very unique, a very special way in which we think, we feel, and we choose. So imagine if we don't get your think, feel, choose into the world. So the thoughts that, you know, the ideas that Daddy God is loading down to you, and we don't get it, and if that's not converted or translated into this product or this service, you know, we're gonna lose out. We are going to lose out. So imagine that Facebook never came on. Facebook was never materialized. And can you imagine? Can you imagine? Well, so that was to do with last week. And if you did miss last week, I would strongly encourage you to go to my YouTube channel, The Real Daddy God Show with Anastasia McDonald, to watch it, because it's worth watching. Not because it's me, but because you've got something special to offer to the world. And I said that this week we're going to look at the how-to. We're going to be looking at the how-to. So I'm going to refresh our memory on the how-tos that we're going to be looking at. And it's permission granted. You have permission granted. One. Number two, you have permission to slow down. Number 3, you have permission to become like a child. We're going to go through these in the following weeks. Number 4, you have permission to visualize. And number 5, you have permission to become, permission to play. We're going to go deeper into these ones, and hopefully these will begin to help us to get us to begin to dream again. So I'm not here to help you or to encourage you how to write your goals or your resolutions. No, I'm here as a catalyst or an encourager just to get it going. So for those of you just join me, like I beg your pardon. So I'm so excited that it's raining outside, and the skylight, obviously because it's raining, it's darkened a bit. So I hope you can see me. I do apologize. I am trying to get this studio more and more organized and better for you. So today we're going to be looking at permission granted. You and I have permission. We have been granted permission. What do I mean? Well, Daddy God has given every one of us permission to dream again. What is the proof? The proof is the ideas that come into your mind all the time. And I'm not talking about, like I said, those selfish. I'm talking about wholesome ones. You know, those ideas that are bigger than yourself. That ideas that, you know, that you those ideas that are there that you want to do, that you know will help somebody, will change somebody's life, they'll make a difference to somebody. So the very fact that you have those desires inside of you is proof that you have been given permission. Permission is already granted. But what we do is we stop ourselves. That's why I wanted to remind us that permission is already granted. So in what ways do we stop this permission? And the funny thing, or the sad thing I may say, is that we tend to do this, we tend to stop this permission, or we stop permitting ourselves subconsciously. Honestly, there's some like there was one most recently that I remembered that, oh my gosh, I had put in this vow on myself never to do. I'm not going to go into details because it's very personal. And I said, oh my gosh, you mean I had this vow in my mind a long, all this while that, you know, Anastasia, I vowed that I will never go this place again. I'm never going to dream this dream again. Why do we do that? Because it hurts. Because it hurts, it's frustrating, it's very painful, we don't want to go there. So today is, you have permission. You've already been granted permission. Yes, life does happen to us, and it does hurt, and it is bad. And I shared last week that my mom passed away a year, which will be next month, February, on the 8th of February. She passed away suddenly. You know, she was sick for a very short time, and she was gone. And meanwhile, by that time, I had planned that I was going to, or dreamed of this idea that I was going to launch the Real Daddy God show in March, and that happened. So I had to put things on hold, and I'm glad that I didn't let it hold me down. I'm glad that, you know, I was able to pick myself up again. I'm glad that I was able to realize that, you know, this dream is bigger than myself. It's not about you, Anastasia. It's about what Daddy God wants to do through you for the world, you know. So permission is already granted. So what are some things that we tell ourselves? We tell ourselves that, you know, why bother? Why bother? I mean, what's the point? You know, nobody's listening. Maybe, you know, maybe you're married and this dream you have. Hi, Queen Ola. Oh, hello, Jomi. I hope I pronounced your name properly. Hello, Queen Ola. So maybe, you know, you're in a relationship, or, you know, your family don't support your dream. Hi, Sophia. Or Sophia, some people say Sophia. So hi, nice for you to come on board. You know what? When any time I'm excited, my tongue gets twisted. So I beg your pardon. So, for example, what if, you know, you have this dream and nobody's supporting you? Nobody believes in your dream. Maybe your husband doesn't believe in your dream. So are you going to let it go? Are you going to give it up? Maybe you share this dream with some friends of yours and they've ridiculed you. So you tell yourself, why bother? Or you tell yourself that, you know, I am never going to go down that place again. I tried it, it didn't happen. That's it. That's it. You know, these are some of the vows that we tell ourselves. So we shut ourselves up, we shut ourselves down, and we shut ourselves off. So we say that that is it. We may not even say with our mouth. We may say it, you know, in our head, and it enters our subconscious. So we say, that is it. I'm not doing this thing ever again. And then when somebody brings it up, you tell them, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. That should tell you that you stop giving yourself permission concerning that dream. You say, I don't want to know about it. Or you say things like, you know, I'm not educated enough. Or I'm not pretty enough. I can't speak good English. I don't have enough education. So, I mean, for those of you who are there, can you cite some example in the ways that you don't give yourself permission to dream, or you have given, or you've stopped dreaming? Kenny, I'd love to hear from you. Queen Ola, could you say something, or Sophia, can you remember something, or maybe of a friend who said, you know, no, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I'm not going there, I won't do it again. I mean, I can, and I can extend an example. It's to do with my art. You know, I'm an artistic person, and life does happen. Life does happen. Life can be bad. Life can be painful. Life can be traumatic. We're not disputing these things. We're not playing them down. You know, and for a long time, when people will talk about my art or anything to do with art, I just didn't want to know, because so much had happened during my artistic adventures. You know, so many setbacks, disappointments, people taking me for granted, you know, and it really, really hurt. I'm telling you. So we're not saying that it doesn't hurt. It really is painful. You know, hi Lisa, nice to see you. Where have you been? Oh wow, one of my spiritual daughters. Hello there. Yeah, so we're not saying that these things do not hurt. And I do remember this art. You know, I have a page on Facebook called Awakenings Art by Anastasia. There's sometimes that, you know, I become lazy. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I'm busy with other stuff. So, for example, the Real Daddy God show is taking the forefront. But there are times where, you know what, I tell myself, you know, what is the point? You know, especially when these memories come back of people who've taken me for granted, people who take them of my, you know, you do work for them, they don't pay, people who think that because, you know, you're Christian, we're all Christian sisters, so therefore we don't need to pay for your work, and so on and so forth. So I know what it is to want to just not go there again. It's not that I'm not ignorant, I do. But when I think about the fact that I am enjoying, look, I'm using my phone right now to communicate to you, to relay, you know, the Real Daddy God show. What if all these people hadn't produced mobile phone? Today we have instant messaging. Do you remember those days when you had to you had to go to the post office? For those of us who've grown up in Africa, you have to go to the post office to make phone calls abroad. But today we have instant messaging. You know, at a drop of it, you can just connect with people. Look at WhatsApp, and I don't know what's happened to Viber, and you know, all these instant messaging service that we have, Facebook Messenger. So you're there in the heart. But what if these dreams had not come to pass? What if somebody had given them up? So I really want to encourage you to begin to look at perhaps vows that you're not conscious of. Begin to re-examine certain dreams that you put aside. Why have you put the dreams aside? What is it that has stopped you? Is it the ridicule of a friend, or is your spouse, or your family member? Is it because you don't believe in yourself anymore? You feel that you're not worth it. You feel like, you know, or have you been comparing yourself with other people? You know, every one of us, our journeys are unique. Somebody may be ahead of you, but that doesn't mean that that person is better than you. It just means that you need to keep on working on yourself, through self-education, self-development, reading. You know, Dr. Sunday Adelaide is a wonderful mentor that I came into contact 2016. He's got a lot of good books that you can read to help build you up personally, to build your mind, build your emotions. And like I said, recently I started reading this cognitive neuroscientist called Dr. Caroline Leaf. She helps you understand the science behind your perfect you, which has been very, very helpful. So, you know, just educating yourself can get you back up again. That's giving yourself permission. No matter what somebody says about you, that is not the truth. The only truth about you is what Daddy God says, and everything he says about you is amazing. You are amazing. You are unique. There is nobody like you. There will never ever be anybody like you. Your contribution is so important to the world, and when we don't have it, it means that somebody is going to suffer. And last week I cited the example of, what about, you know, all these medical interventions or innovations have come to be that are saving lives today. What if those drugs were not available? You remember many years back where a lot of people used to die needlessly because, you know, the inventions were not there. The medical inventions were not there. But today, lots and lots of millions of lives are saved because we have these drugs. So what if, and last week I talked about HIV, people are able to live longer because now there are drugs available that can make people live longer, you know, even though they may have the virus. So what do you have? What do you have? What is that dream that you put aside? What is that dream? Give yourself permission to dream again. Today is about giving yourself permission. Go back after the program and begin to think. Maybe last year, what is it that you put aside? Sophia says, please, what's the name of the book that you mentioned? No, I was talking about, you mean Dr. Caroline Leaf? Oh, she has a book. Hold on a second. Let me bring it out. Okay. 1 second. So, this is Dr. Caroline's book, The Perfect You. The Perfect You. Hi, Bawa. Nice to see you. So, this is The Perfect You. And it says a blueprint for identity. A blueprint, I don't know whether you can see it. A blueprint for identity. And it's been so helpful. This book is taking me to another level, to be able to understand the science of how you think, how you feel, and how you choose. It's so, you know, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you choose is unique. There's nobody that thinks and feels and chooses like you, you know. So when you get to know about, you know, about yourself, it helps you to realize that, oh my gosh, I owe an awesome responsibility, you know, to this God. If you don't know God, to me, he's Daddy God, because he's the father of creation. And when you enter this relationship, then you've got this daddy, this amazing daddy. So you have this awesome responsibility to this God who sent you to this world. And you have an awesome responsibility to yourself and an awesome responsibility to the world. You know, so you are amazing. You have to give yourself permission. You are incredibly amazing. It doesn't matter what the world says. Now, I get it. I understand. We're almost done here. So, well, between 30 and 45 minutes, we're 23 minutes past 1. So, you know, what you have to offer, what inventions do you have inside of you? I need you. I totally need you. It's not about celebrity status. It's about what you have to offer to the world to make that difference. And last week I mentioned, do you not want to go down in history? Do you not want to be remembered for your input, for your contribution to the world? Do you not want to? You know, we have people who lived hundreds of years before us, and their names, you know, are still being mentioned today because of, you know, because of what they did, you know, because of what they did, like a Benjamin Franklin. You know, we know about him because of what he did and what he did for us. So let me come close. I think when I come closer, you'll be able to, because yeah. So please give yourself permission, regardless of what has been said to you or what they're not saying to you. You know, if you're going to wait for people to encourage you in your dream, then it means you're giving the power to other people. You know, I know all of us want to be encouraged. You know, we're human, but you know what? There are people who have been able to overcome the most adverse situations to bring forth their dreams. And I can imagine about Mark Zuckerberg, that all the obstacles he's been able to overcome to do this Facebook. And I think last year, he was in the headlines because of one or two things, and it must have been emotionally draining going through all that. But you know, he's still here. Facebook is still here. Facebook, I believe that Facebook is here to stay. You know, Facebook is here to stay. So just because, hi Francis, you know, just because you know, life has happened to you, it is not an excuse to put an embargo on yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put an embargo on yourself and say, you know what, I'm never ever going to go there again. I will never. I would, let's say your dream is to write a book and it didn't go well, and then you say to yourself, you may not say it out verbally, you may say it in your heart, you may say to yourself that I will never ever pick up a pen, or is it your laptop, to write again because of the experience that you went through. I will never ever go there. No, you must release yourself out of that vow and give yourself, I beg your pardon, permission to dream again, because we need you. Yeah, so another point I wanted to raise was about sometimes religious embargoes that we put upon ourselves, or the church puts upon us. You know, like these excuses of I'm waiting on the Lord. I'm waiting on the Lord before I can go ahead with this dream, or I begin to dream. You know, or I'm waiting for confirmation. Or I'm waiting for release in my spirit. What's another one? Or have you paid your tithes? As if, you know, all these things. I mean, look at the world, for crying out loud. I'm speaking to my Christian brothers and sisters. You know, all those religious things that we do to ourselves that, you know, put us in a box, that imprison us. You know, if we had to wait upon the Lord, and I'm not saying that there's no place for, you know, listening to what Daddy God may be saying to your sharing. I'm not saying there's no place for prayer, or there's no place for fasting. But all these things, they're not about God, they're about you. They're about, you know, making you more sensitive. But whilst you are on that long wait, the world is innovating all the time. So what about those non-Christians who are making innovations, or who are dreaming up new ideas? You know, right? One of the fastest areas of I'll say dreams and manifestations is technology. You can't even keep up with technology. I mean, I don't know whether you've seen, there's this phone that is coming. I don't know what this are, but I saw it on the internet. There's a phone, it's a tablet, but you can fold it up. You can fold this tablet. So it's a tablet, and you can just fold it just like that. And this is just coming out. This is just amazing. This is somebody's idea. That, you know what? So Bauer is, let me read Bauer's, he says that life is not how long we live, but how well we live. How well we live. Yeah, it's not how long, but how well. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we need to make good use of our time on earth. Some people are here today, some people are here tomorrow. I don't know. I'm looking at living long, hopefully by the healthy choices I make and all that. But like I said, life happens. So what if you go away with the dream? That means the world has lost out. So we talk about religious embargoes, or religious things that we do to ourselves that stop us from dreaming. You know, like I said, you are waiting on, or you keep on waiting. Meanwhile, this Daddy God is saying, go, 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 go. I've already released you. Go, 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 go. The world is out there going faster and faster and faster. They're releasing new inventions all the time. You just can't even keep up with all these things. You can't keep up with the world. So what about these non-believers who don't have a relationship with God? You know, it comes and they take action. Do they not have challenges? Yes, they do. In fact, some of them have very serious things going on in the background, but they're still moving. So I'm talking to our Christian brothers and sisters at the moment. You know, so number one, what did I say? Let me just go back to number one. Point number one is that you have permission from Daddy God. You already have that permission. That's point number one. You already have his permission to dream. You don't need to go and ask permission from anybody else to dream again. Number two, give yourself permission to dream again. Go there. The place where you don't want to go back there. Number three, which is the last point, is start reading biography, the biographies of people who have done things against all odds, have done things against all odds. And you know, whilst I was writing my notes, then I remembered about this guy. I don't know if you know, I'm sure you do, about Dr. Ben Carson. At the moment, he's not a doctor anymore. He used to be what's his name, a neurosurgeon. Yeah, he used to be a neurosurgeon, but he's left his practice on his and he's now in Trump's administration as, let me see, let me just read again. So he's now an American politician, an author, and he's like I said, a former neurosurgeon, serving as the 17th and current United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. And I remember reading his book, Think Big. This is a brilliant book, Think Book, and it says that this book is for you if your life is a series of shattered dreams. It's a brilliant book. I bought this book for my son many years ago, but I don't even know whether he read it. But this is a good book to read, if to encourage you, to get you up dreaming again. I beg your pardon. Yeah. Yes, so yes, about I have permission to dream. Man was created with a natural ability to dream. Thank you, Bawa. We rob the world when we refuse to dream. We do. We rob the world big time. And you know, some of the big things that we need to do to ourselves and for ourselves is to get over ourselves. That, you know, this life is not about me, myself, and I. It's about you making a contribution to the world in whatever dimension, whether it be being that mom, you know, raising your children to be personalities, to be change agents. There's nothing wrong with it. Whether it be in the science area, the business area, the medical, the arts, the music industry, you have something that nobody else have. I'm going to cite this, what do you call it? I don't know whether you know this. He's passed away. His name is Barry White. He was a musician. Barry White had this distinct, deep tone. There's no way you would miss Barry White's voice. And that's what he brought to the world. He used to sing about love songs. And his love songs were so unique and so distinct. If for those that don't know about Barry White, just go to YouTube and type Barry White and listen to his song. His voice is so amazing, so distinct. And that's what he brought his, you know, uniqueness, like Dr. Carl Lee would say, and his flavor and his edge and his spice to the world. And he gave us love through his songs. So that's it really about today. Really, it's all about giving yourself permission. We're not disputing about the things that are going on in your life. I've got stuff that I'm dealing with. You've got stuff you're dealing with. But we are overcomers. We were born to fly. We were born to soar. We were born to make a difference. We're born to be resilient. We are all resilient. You know, you think about people in the worst situation. So think about that girl or that man or that young who hasn't got hands and is an artist. They use their feet to do art. Think about that. Think about those, maybe they've lost some function of the body, but yet still they overcome and do stuff. So really, we do not have an excuse. Hi Martins, hi Lillian. So I hope this afternoon we've been able to encourage you. And like I said, it's short, sharp, and sweet. It's I've been talking about how to permit yourself to start to dream again. And today's subtopic is all about giving yourself permission. Give yourself permission. Know that you are so important. When you don't dream, when you don't offer yourself, you don't offer that specific, that uniqueness about you, that edge, that flavor, that spice, the world is robbed. I like how Bao put it. We rob the world when we do that, when we refuse to dream. So yeah, so have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, next week Saturday I'm going to go for some training, which is very important to my development here and me hosting the Real Daddy Girl show. So I will not be coming live next week Saturday because I'm going to London to do some training, and so I'll be back on the 9th of February. So in the meanwhile, have a wonderful week, and if you have any comments and any suggestions and any contributions, please put them down below, or message me on Facebook. Send a message through Facebook Messenger. I will reply to you. Or if you have anything else, just let me know, and I will reply to you. So have a wonderful rest of the afternoon, and I hope that this has been a blessing. Tongue twisting, Anastasia, is all part of my uniqueness. So have a wonderful afternoon. Woo! Bye. See you next 2 weeks Saturday on the 9th of February. Good afternoon. Bye.